Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sandra here, back with Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. This will be the project for today. The 70, I think it's 70 Dodge Challenger RT. It currently comes with a 446 pack. I do not know if you want that motor kept in it or not, that style, but however, we will be changing this and we will be putting a Hemi in. Have all the interior. As far as I know, I have all the pieces. I still got to purchase the body panels for it, but yeah, whatever. I'll worry about that when the time comes, right? I did change the darkness on the hood here for the Mach 1. If that's a little bit better for you, just got to wait till it gets a little harder with the thing. But if I stand over here, normally it will get darker with the shade and stuff, so I think it's, yeah, there it goes. It's starting to get a little bit darker now. But I did take it off. I did respray it again, a different color orange. If this is what you're looking for, let me know in the comments. If not, there it is. See, now it got a little bit darker. There you go. Right there. I don't know exactly what color you want, like what color orange exactly you want. So if this is what in the ballpark figure, let me know. We'll work with this. If not, I can make it a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, whatever you choose. This will be, I think it comes before this one or after this one. Can't remember. But anywho, okay, this color right here will be the color fully on this one right here. Now for the Range Rover and for the Mustang, you're not really going to have much of a choice on the Challenger here because it's already going to be done by the time this video airs. Do you want suspension different colors on these vehicles? Do you want them to look like I just bought them off the parts catalog and put them right on? I can more or less do whatever you guys want. It's just I need a little bit more information, that's all. See, with this one it was told everything white. So everything will be white. Bottom, top, under the hood, in the front, everything will be white. However, we're going to take the last build here, this Uber Duty, and we're going to take this we're going to bring this thing to the junkyard. Why are we bringing it to the junkyard, you ask? Because I still need to find a Nissan Silvia. I can't find one. I don't know where one would be hidden. I don't know nothing. But anywho, let's fire this old girl up. Let's fire this old girl up. I forgot about her, didn't I? Missing pieces. That's okay, we figured. That's why I had an extra one. Oh, you little bugger. That's why I had an extra starter. Couldn't figure out why I had an extra one. I was like, why didn't I have a starter? Alright. Let's try starting truck number 2. Hey, there we go. Alright, everyone. So, I'll catch y'all when we get to the junkyard. Alright, we're just going to latch this up here. Oh, hey, everyone. Here we are at the junkyard. I'm starting to think that maybe this might be a world-famous junkyard. I'm not sure yet. It seems these guys get a lot of different vehicles. A lot of assortments. Anywho, we're here for one purpose and one purpose only. Let's hope we can find one. Because I know the other day I spent, actually, really? Okay, that's a van. The day before I built the Ford, which would have been the last episode, it must have been, I spent, I want to say close to almost $25,000 just coming to the junkyard here. Another $15,000 going to the auction, and I think I only went to the barn twice. So, but yeah, it was a fair bit of money. Ooh, track pack. Ooh. You know what? It's just a good deal that you just can't really pass up. I mean, it's only got 44,000 miles on it, but Oh my good lord. Look at that. What did they do to this poor thing? Where's this from? Maryland? Do you guys get, like, if anybody in watching this is from Maryland, the state in the United States, do you guys get, like, really, really bad weather? Like, is this typical for a 44,000 mile vehicle? 44,000 mile vehicle? Like, I'm just curious. As far as I know, this is all supposed to be like a composite body, or like, there's not much metal on that. And if it is, it's supposed to be all coated and protected. I don't know. Anywho, let's keep it cruising. Maybe we'll think about it along the way. Maybe we'll get it on the way back. What is this? What is this? Oh, Mustang. 63,000 miles. Man, I'd like to know where these cars come from. I never did check the price. It's $3,000 less than what it's worth. Okay, that could be maybe another purchase or something for later on down the road. Ooh, a Nova. Ooh, small block Chevy. It's a standard edition. It's not drag race. How do I know that? Because the drag race one only comes with one motor. And that's, I believe it is the 446 pack, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty dumb if you ask me, but whatever. I'm not the creator. I just build them. Alright, onward and downward. Nothing. Alrighty. I think what we're going to do now is I think we're just going to head back to the... should we buy that? Should we buy that track pack or not? I mean, with the amount of money I'm going to have to put into it to restore it, to make a thing, am I really going to turn a profit on it, though? I mean, I'm going to turn a profit, but is it really worth the window of opportunity? Nah. Neither is that Mustang either, so... It's not the fact that there's bad-looking cars or the bad cars. I'm just saying is, you know, I'm looking at it now from a business perspective where... Do I really want to buy the car? Like, is it really going to pay me off that much more in the end? Nah, it's not. Anywho... Alright, we're going to head back to the shop here, and we'll see when we get there. Alrighty, well, this isn't the shop by no means. I decided, you know what, instead of, you know, heading back to the shop, let's head to the car auction, see if we can't find anything in here, you know what I mean? Because I really need that car. I believe it's a blue picture. This is what I mean, nothing. There's a CUDA. Starting price is $2,700, but I bet you it's going to work itself over to... Oh, right here, actually, I can tell you exactly what motor is in this car. This is the drag race edition to this Nova. Okay, looks good. Back end's jacked all the way up to the moon, but that's a problem. They say the car's worth 30 grand, but it only comes with the V8 Hemi 446 pack. Now, why they call it a V8 Hemi, I'll never know. I guess maybe because they use the block and the Hemi crank and stuff like that. But it's a 446 pack. It's not a Hemi. Anywho, it's actually supposed to be 375 horsepower, I think. Not 361, but who knows? It's in a wrong vehicle. You know, most cars look to be in pretty good shape. Anywho. And it would probably start, too, if I really wanted it to. But I don't really want it to start because I don't want it. I've already got lots of them, so. Alright, let's hop on back over here. Let's go to the other list. We got ourselves an Aston Martin DBX. Yeah, I'm really not seeing this Sylvia at all. There's always that one car that throws a wrench into, or a monkey wrench into the situation, right? It's always that one car. But that's okay. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Grandpa, grandson. Well, mind you, these are fully restored vehicles most of the time, so. But like, look at that, eh? Let's see, 62 or 2002 would have been 60 years. 70-year difference between these two. Pretty neat, eh? I think it is, anyway. I'm weird like that, though. I find this entertaining. Well, not entertaining, but educational. Like, look at the difference. They more or less kept the same style in 70 years, right? That's how you, when you look on the road, you go, oh, look, that's a Jeep. How do you know it's a Jeep? Because the Jeep hasn't changed its design or look in the last how many years. So, but I'm not finding that car here. Okay, well, I'm guessing what we're going to have to do now, I guess we're going to have to go back to the garage and we'll start working on Challenger. I don't... I think maybe after this video, maybe I'm just going to go hardcore on it and spend another, 50, 60 grand going back and forth to the junkyard, wait till I find it. Maybe that'd be my answer. I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words right now. Normally that car is boom, 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 everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere I'm looking, I can see that car normally. But for some reason, I can't. So, anywho, alright, we'll see you when we get back to the shop, everyone. Alrighty, and here we are back at the shop. And let's turn this old girl off. It's actually not a bad truck. Pretty comfy driving, actually, I have to say. Never really driven in a Ford before, and I like the moonroof. I like how everything is right there, like you can just see it. And compared to my 13, I can legit tell you, if this is the way it is driving one of these things for real with the blind spot, there's like no blind spot here, man. Like, no kidding. My 13 goes out so much in this corner pillar here, right where the dash and the A-pillar meet, that I literally lose 3 to 4 vehicles in a line if I angle myself the wrong way. Like, no BS, man. No BS. Like, that's just ridiculous. Versus my 91, So, it doesn't have this whole thing right here. Well, I mean, it has that part, but the window itself drops down right there, you know what I mean? So this isn't attached to anything. But this right here on my 91 goes from about here. Well, I'm trying to do it. Like, it doesn't veer out like it normally would. Like, not as much. I don't know. It just goes down. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Alright. On to building the Challenger. And yes, if I could put the older style wheels on here, I would, but it's the only style we can get. So, and I kind of figured yours were still factory, so that's why I kept them like this. Alright, on to the Challenger. First things first, what do we do? We gotta put it up in the air, man. I guess it's fair to say this car's gonna get a full rotisserie when we're done. Oh, on another note, I got a question for you guys. Does this look more like a bronze color? That's what I'm trying to aim for here. I've done too many vehicles with gold wheels, and I really do. Like, I saw a car around town here where I live, and it was red and it had the bronze colored wheels, and it just, you know what I mean? It was just nice. Like, it looked real good together, like good combination. And I have to agree, it does look nice. But I'm trying to get, like, should I get rid of some of the clear coat on it? Maybe make it a little bit like duller, or it's not as in your face shiny. I don't know. I'm a little bit. I don't know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm working on this thing right now. So first things first, let's start stripping this thing down. All right, now we take the brake drum, throw that away. Solid drive axle. Adios, senor. The brake shoe. Now we got new shoes for you to go dancing with. Yes. The wheel factor. I still have to plan that for this car yet. Because they give you a guideline of, like what to use, like 225, 60, 15. But, it's not always going to turn out like that. It's always going to probably be just a little bit wider. It says 235. We'll probably put like a 245, 255 on it or something like that. Like nothing too overly large, but enough to give it a little bit of more planting force on the ground if you go to launch it. That's for sure. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Let's hop on over to the drive shaft right here. Let's get this out of here. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, now we're going to pop on over here. Yep. Perfect. Just like that. Yeah, let's get that axle out of there. I'm going to take the shoe off. Let's take the wheel cylinder off. That off. Let's get this shock out of the way. It doesn't need to be there no more. Nah. Alright. Now, as far as I know, I have all the parts. I may have to go in the back over there a little bit later on and get some fuses and stuff, but... And like I said, I know I still got to get the body panels for it. We got everything but the hood. Or we got nothing but the hood, so, for body work. Alright, let's take this plate out. Let's get this leaf spring out. Let's get this diff out. Perfect. Now we're going to run ourselves all the way to the front. But before we continue stripping the front off, look at that. Yeah. What we're going to do, come on over here. Body workstation, Challenger. Shooting your front bumper, the left door, door window, fender, right door window, right fender, rear window, rear bumper, left tail light, left mirror, left headlight, body window A, right body window A, right headlight, right tail light, trunk, and windscreen. Perfect. See, now the reason why I didn't get the hood is because, well, we've already got the hood. So I didn't need to get another one. Awesome. Now hopefully, the time comes, they're here on time. And it might help if I take the caliper off and the pad off first. And this car will get a set of drilled and slotted rotors. Oop, wrong thing. Like I said, everything's going to be white on it, just to let you know. As per your request. That means all suspension and everything too. And another reason why I'm not putting the 446 pack back in is because I don't really want to have to deal with the down pipes. Because you get the normal pipes, then if you look, then you also get these pipes too. Nah, I'm good. That, and who doesn't want a Hemi in their 1970 Dodge Challenger RT? You know what I mean? Who doesn't want a Hemi in it? What the? Upper control arm is the way to go. Alright, and once we're done stripping the car down, we're going to bring over our handy dandy trusty little welder. Zip that up, and then we're going to go build the motor. Get that out of there. Let's get this out of here. Oh, come on, man. Spray it, man. I can't remember what I have up in those boxes up there, but I really need to get up there one of these days and maybe start hucking stuff out. You know what I mean? Can't remember what parts are up there or nothing like that. Up there on the shelf there, the wooden shelf. Huh. I'm gonna have to figure that one out here. Oh, she was a dirty car, that's for sure. How many miles are on this thing? 205. Wow. See, 205, that makes sense, right? 43, not so much. Not so much. I kind of chuckle at this because my 91 has somewhere upwards of between 800 and a million miles on it. No BS. I'd even be okay to take it in the dealership, give them the check it, but I'm scared to let my truck go into a dealership because, well, yeah, it's old and rickety and needs some work. Anywho, my truck still looks better than half these vehicles I work on. Look at this. No disrespect to the Challenger. Like, I'm not saying nothing about the car itself. I'm saying, like, the rust on it, man. Like, but at least this one's got more than 50,000 miles on it. You know what I mean? Like, you get cars in here that got, like, look at that. What was it, the Vet? I think the Vet I did, the C8, the one with the engine in the rear. What did it have, like 5,000 miles on it? And it looked like this. Like, how? All right, anywho, let's drop this thing down. Yeah, we need the welder. It's over here. I was like, yeah, we need to get a cherry picker as I start walking towards the welder. All right, let's get this door out of here. Let's get this glass out of here. Right tail light, bumper. Headlight. I don't know. What are you doing? Is there a bumper or something on the front of this? No, I'm going to take a stab in the dark. Say no, there's nothing there really. All right, check this oldie but goldie out. Let's get a little gander through here. Yep, and then once even the fuse box is going to be white, so yeah, I'm going to be struggling on this one. All right, well stripped out. Ready to rock and roll. What about the interior? Let's strip out the interior too, right? All right, let's get the steering wheel off. Now the front seat. Now the rear seat. Perfect. Awesome. All right, now we're going to leave that there for a minute. We'll bring this over to car lift A for now. And now we're going to use this and fix the car. And two, all right, what are we looking for here? Right there. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. Go in here, let's put this crankshaft in, shall we say. I got a couple of them just in case, one didn't work. Put the crank caps in. There we go. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, man. This car is going to look clean when it's done. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? And with it being so white and everything. Oh, yeah. It's going to look good, actually. It's going to look clean. I have no idea what color that Challenger actually is, so it's going to be a surprise for both of us, or for all of us when we look at it. I mean, the hood, yeah, the hood's been painted, but because like I said in the previous video, is what I'm doing is... yeah, okay, I guess I got to order some, or get some parts out of my storage. You know how it goes, right? See, look at it, I got storage. I got storage, man. Look at that stuff, eh? Look at that. I had to pay a rental fee to get out of storage. But I ain't gonna stop the build over a set of rod caps. Heck, I go take them out of the motor that's in that truck out there on the other side. You know what I mean? On the other side of the wall here. I know because I just put that all in there. Actually, maybe that's what happened with the rod caps. Is I probably used them on that motor by accident. Oops. Oh well, we got new ones. Right, brand spanking new, right off the showroom or factory floor, we'll say. All right, then after this, the old pan gets put on. Beautiful. What the? Am I missing something here? Yeah, I'm probably missing a rod cap right here. I notice we're getting something sooner or later. There we go. Look at that. Pure white. What is driven snow? There you go. I think I'm gonna call this one the Snowtime Challenger. Beautiful. Let's put the camshaft in here. which is something we don't have, I guess. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Now, when I said whatnot, there's certain key components I didn't paint white because I want a little bit of contrast, so that would then it's a little easier for me to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? But just think, these two colors, well, these three are all the very same white. So I apologize for the screw up on the cap, but it is what it is. But that's okay. You know why it's okay? I don't know. But we gotta go into here. We gotta go all the way down over here. We gotta go back a little bit. We gotta go a little bit forward. And we gotta go all the way over here to the end. There we go. Got the camshaft. How much of an increase of power is it? 2.75%. Alright. Put the cam gear on. If I can actually. There we go. Make sure the dials and everything are lined up. Perfect. We put the timing cover on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, we're gonna finish out the front side of the motor here. Alrighty. We gotta head back over here to the paint shop. Alright, what are we looking for here? What are we looking for here? We're looking for the water pump. Water pump, water pump. Look at that color, eh? That's the color of the wheels on the truck. Yeah. There you go. All painted nicely white. I wasn't even clicking on this door, but okay. I'll take it. We're making layups. Alright. Now, where were we? Let's continue the assembly process. There we go. I'll put this on. And we'll put this on. And there's another one over here, which we're gonna. Nah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're gonna put that. And we'll put this in. And we're gonna put the alternator in. Okay, everything's white. But okay, there is a little bit of contrast in there. I get it. I get it. Put the belt on. Put the belt B. Or the belt A. You know, it's all the same. Belt A, belt B. It all goes in the same place. I even tried doing the fan wipe. You know, it didn't quite work out how I anticipated it, but that's life, ain't it? Oh, crap. Actually, first things first, I think I'm just going to put all these plugs in. Because the rockers will still go on even if the plugs aren't in, so it's a real pain to put the plugs in after the rockers are in. Ask me how I know. I've been there and I've done it. Screwed up big time, but like I keep saying, man, that's life. Live and learn. Live and learn. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, now it's rocket time. That is perfect time. Perfect. Now let's put the headers on. The manifolds. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look good? That look good. That look good, man. Alright, I'm gonna somehow. Actually, it says it's not back. So it looks like it's more in the shade for the spark plugs, but the rest of this is having a hard time seeing it. This is why I normally don't do things like this white, because it just becomes a real pain to see. But it's requested, so we're getting her done, right? Alright. I hope you like the suspension all painted white. That's frustrating. And I'm probably going to be running the same wheels that are supposed to be on the Roadrunner and stuff like that. Because, well, I'm sorry, but it actually suits that car for that era because that's what they did. Yeah, I did the red plug wires. I painted them black, you know, it's kind of like looking more original, authentic. If you want them done a different color, let me know. These ones are easy to do. I can do them red, white, blue. I know it's the US colors, but I can do them pretty much any color. Green, pink, yellow, you know, whatever. Nice chrome carburetors, 2 of them. Alright, now we're going to put this red air filter on. Now we're going to put the white breather top. Perfect. And I believe this motor is built. Perfection. Alright, now we are going to head over to the car. And I shall see you all when we get over there. Review on what the original color of this car was. Drum roll, please. Lime green, or the green. Now, Chrysler had a special color name for this. I can't remember what it was called. If any of y'all Chrysler aficionados in the who are watching this video know, put it in the comments because I honestly don't know. I'm not trying to sound mean or rude or anything like that. It's just I honestly don't know. Alright, now we're going to put this on. Actually, we're going to put the exhaust on first because it goes above the differential. Which, honestly, they finally did something right in here. You know what I mean? They finally did it right. You know? For instance, like on, you know, the pickup trucks and stuff like that. When do you ever see rear exhaust go under the differential? It's always over the diff. I guess somebody wasn't paying attention when they put that one on the market. Now keep in mind, you said white, so it's white. Okay? Now, if you want to change colors, let me know. And this goes for anybody. If I built you a vehicle or whatnot, if you want colors changed, just put it in the comments on that video. And we shall make the necessary changes that you all require. Beautiful. Now we're going to put the shock on. Give it a little extra support. Now we're going to put the leaf spring plate. Now we're going to put the U-bolts on. Just like that. Perfection. Put the other U-bolt on. Beautiful. Alright. Now, here's the issue I'm having. Because I still do not have wheels for this car yet. I really don't. Now, we are going to do that together. Boom. Wheel. Okay. So, this car is supposed to have what? 225 60/15s. So, let's go 225 60/15s for the front. And I don't want to make it too much larger for the rear. So, because there's not really a whole lot of wheel hole space there. So, let's go 245 60/15. And that should be pretty close to what it needs to be. And I'm sorry, but I will not be doing the rims white. They will be staying the color that they are currently. Yeah. Now we're gonna have to run out to the back here, grab the wheels. So we need 215, 225, 60. Perfect. And then we need 2 more, 215, 245, 60. Perfect. Alright. I hate waiting. Alright, so we'll get back to working on this car when the wheels show up, so stay tuned. Show it up there, right here, non-stackable. It's got the 4 wheels over here, and it's got the 4 tires over there. So, Let's get this inside the shop. Perfect. Now we're going to do a little bit of mounting and balancing here. And I'm going to put these ones on first. So that's the original size. And this one, and we're going to go 225. Perfecto. And if you want different wheels, in the video with the F350 build, I share a list of different wheels and tires, or different wheels, and I show the list of tires. So once again, if you guys have anything that you would like, let me know, and I can either change it, or if I haven't built it yet, well then I'll build it with those ones. So hello, you, why are you acting so dizzy? Dizzy all the time. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Alright, there we go. We got the wheels. Now we're going to put the first one on. Got clearance. Looks good. Perfection. Look at that. Almost like it was meant to be. Wait, these were the wheels on the cars back in the day. So, yeah. Alright, let's put the bolt in for that. Let's spin ourselves around here a little bit more. Let's put this leaf spring plate in. Perfection. Let's put this inside U-bolt in. Get it all lined up. Let's put this outside one in. Same process. Perfection. Alright, let's put this rear knuckle housing B on. Oh, look at that. Rear axle knuckle housing B. Yeah! I got it right for once. Put the backing plate on. Perfection. Alright. Perfection. Perfection. Let's put the wheel cylinder on. Let's put the brake shoe in. There's a lot more other stuff that goes along with putting brake shoes in. Now keep in mind you're missing a bunch of springs, adjusters, the e-brake cable which isn't attached. You know, you are missing a few components to putting this, to making it look legit, but for the most part, there we go. Alright, what we're going to do now, we're going to put the cross member on. Perfect. Got the bigger bushings in. Let's put the other side bigger bushing in. Perfect. Perfection. Alright, let's hit this thing here. Bounce this right back out again. Now we're going to put the bigger bushings in on this side. There you go. Put the steering rack in. The sway bar in. Steering knuckle C. Put the inner tie rod in. Outer tie rod. Put the nut on. Now let's get the separate control arm on. Alright, now we're almost done this side, the front left corner. That's not what we're looking for here. Did I seriously only paint one of these? Son of a gun, I did. Alright, well, before we go, there you go, there's your drilled and slaughtered rotors. Before we put the other side on, I think what we're going to have to do, come back over to that paint shop. Now, please do keep in mind, if you look right there at the cylinder, or in here, it's supposed to be white, but there's a caliper and they tend to turn out gray. So, alright, now we're going to run on over here, put this in, put this on, put the upper one, and the lower one. Oh, wrong one. This one. Now I'm impressed at this because for the simple fact is, I guessed on these parts. I had no idea if it was the lower control arm A, B, or C, but I guessed it and I got it right. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too that when I went out and got the wheels and tires, just before that, the body parts showed up, so we got them as well. So, yeah, buddy, we're almost there. She's almost done. All right, sway bar and link B. All right, let's put the strut in now, or the coil over, whichever you prefer to call it. Because in actuality, these would not be on this style vehicle from factory, but okay. These would be more on like a modern vehicle, like a Vet or Camaro or Mustang. Actually, I think Mustang's got struts. Or like the different style. See, if you look here, these ones connect to the lower control arm. The struts I'm thinking of are like the front wheel drive and stuff, where they connect to the actual, like there is no upper control arm, it just connects straight to the steering knuckle. So, yeah. All right, got all the wheels and stuff on it. All right, let's pop the hood here. We're going to put this out of the way here. We're going to put this back at home where it belongs. Perfection. We need you over at car lift B. Perfect. Let's run over here. Let's grab the old elephant off the engine stand. Let's twist it over first because I got another vehicle to build after this. All right, on to the next one. Let's drop this down. Put that in there. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Man, that looks like a lot of motor for this car. A lot of motor. Alright, let's get everything done under the hood here, and then we'll go back up underneath. I don't know why I did this to myself. Actually, it's not as bad. See these fuse box type Bs, I don't mind doing them white because they're not really all that oversized or nothing. Versus that other one there, fuse box type A. Oh my. When you do that one pure white, you're chasing stuff because you don't know if it's got 5 fuses. Like, are you kidding me? Did this seriously just go to plan? Ooh, no, it did not. Okay, well, y'all don't see this, right? No? Okay, perfect. Not bad, everything but one. At least I think it's everything but one. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else, so everything else looks good to good. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to work on the front here. We're going to come up here, we're going to put the power steering reservoir in, put the radiator in, put the washer jug in, and I know there's a battery up here, but that can wait. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to put some juice in. Ooh, look at that, isn't that nice right in the front? Thank you, Chrysler. Thank you. Thank you for doing it right. Alright, let's jump on up here. Let's put some oil in it. They must have redid this because I know when this Hemi first came out to build, you weren't able to see this. That air filter was so large that it actually covered up your view angle where you could see. So I was like, oh no. What now? What do we do? But they fixed it. Man, this green body with this white color on, man, it's throwing me for a loop. I mean, it really is, man. It's different. I like it, actually. And let me tell you, I'm not a fan of green. I do not like green at all. But I have to say, I'm kind of digging this. You know, I honestly thought, and this is just my honest opinion, I didn't think this was going to look like this. I thought it was going to be a lot nastier looking. I mean, no offense, but as all white, like, man, it's going to just be like mush. But no, it's got, you know, the nice color of the alternator. And that's the reason why I did distributor wires black. Give you a little bit of contrast, just a little bit, not much. But no, that looks good. Put this down. And there's your hood. Alright. Now we're going to run this over to... What do we need to bring this? Up in the air is what we need to do. We got stuff underneath the car to hook back up. I forgot about that. I didn't forget about it because we're doing it. Alright, let's put the transmission in. Let's put the drive shaft in. Perfect. Let's put the downpipes in. And they are front exhaust pipe V, OHVB. Perfect. And yeah, I guess now we can bring her over to the alignment rack. And I forgot to put the starter in again. I knew I was forgetting the fluid. I just couldn't think of what it was at the moment. I was having that much of a brain fart. But I mean, look at the reflect. Like, you look at it from this angle, man, it looks clean. I mean, it's clean. I understand now why you wanted it all white. I get it. I didn't at first. But as I sit here and look at this, I fully understand why you wanted it all white. I mean, that is just clean. That's a big motor under that hood, isn't it? There ain't much room for anything else. Alright, first things first, before we start putting body panels on and stuff. Ooh, I didn't notice that. It's even got a pistol grip shifter in it too. Dang! You really loaded it up with this one. Alright, let's put the front seat in. Let's put the rear seat in, so we're sliding it in from this side. Let's put this seat in. Perfection. Now, the steering wheel is supposed to be this one, but I went more on the CUDA side, which is probably not going to look right, but a little too close. Aw, come on, Chrysler, you guys made it good with the power steering pump, but look at that. But anywho, this is supposed to be the style wheel that would have been on this car, and this is what I don't understand. I'm pretty sure the pistol grip shifter was only available on the Hemis, right? The actual 426 Hemi cars. Was it not? With a 8 3/4 sure grip in the rear? Or with a Dana 60? I'm pretty sure it would have been a Dana 60 with this to go with, maybe they put that in here because I put the Hemi in here. I don't know. Anywho, we're done with that. Got the interior all in there looking good. Now it's time for us to hang the panels. So it had a burgundy door on it. Interesting. Alrighty. I guess we don't need to put the hood on, right? Yeah, it's just been that kind of a day today. It's been a pretty, I wouldn't say stressful day, but it's been a roller coaster of a day. Not per se for anything that's actually personally happened to me, but it's just, my hat goes off to certain people in the neighborhood, that's all. That's all I'm saying about it, because it's not my place to go into any more details on it. You understand what I mean? But it's been a roller coaster of a day, I'll just say that. We've had some highs, we've had some lows. You know, it is what it is, right? Alright, we got this, we got that. Oh yeah, and also too, if you guys live in a certain state and you want a custom plate, I can basically do all the states. A few other places around the world. There's places in Canada that I can do a license plate for. And, and I'm just going to use this one because it's mine. But, there's how many letters, we can do 8. So if you got a word that's 8 letters long, or you got a couple different words that you can shorten down to equate to 8 letters, let me know. I'll put it on your plate, and then that'll be specifically your vehicle. So right now I'm not putting any plates on this. She's all put together nice. 90% good enough for me. Whoa, what are we missing here? Why is it 99%? What are we missing? I know the plates, but what else? Battery. Haha, I knew that. Perfect. Alright, so line her up. Perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. Now we'll do the headlights. And now we just gotta slide this one right here to the left. Perfect. Alright folks, guess what time it is? It is now paint the car time. Alright, look at that. I mean, that's just got that right stance to it. And look at, see? This is why I did 245 on the rear. See how it still sucks in quite a bit here? Now if I would have did 225, that just... it would not have looked like an actual Challenger of that period. Now there is no livery, no vinyls, no nothing for it. So the best you're getting, solid white paint job, and I have to say, it's officially done. That is a nice car. I will admit it. Like I said, at first I had my doubts about it. You know, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, it's not going to look great. You know, everything all white on it. And I was thinking to myself, like, it's not going to look great. But I have to say, it looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to. And I will say that until the end. So... alright, whether you wanted the windows tinted or not, guess what? They're getting tinted. That's just what we do here at Franklin Motorsports. We tint windows for free. I get charged, but the customer doesn't. So, anywho, there you go. There's your Dodge Challenger, 1970 Dodge Challenger RT with a 426 Hemi. Look at that. Ain't that just a beaut? Whew. Spectacular, I have to say. Alright, everyone. I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you liked your car. And please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.